Put it in. Okay, it's sorted. So, let's welcome my very first guest. His name is Tomáš Brenčič. Let's give him an applause. So, could you introduce yourself for the viewers in, let's say, 30 seconds roughly?
I can try to do that. My name is Tomáš Brenčič. I'm from the Czech Republic. I'm an athlete. I work in the IT space. And yeah, that's probably roughly who I am.
So, thank you. I already know who you are, but just for the viewers. So, now we'll discuss something I don't know, because that's my podcast, it's random. And I will ask you questions, and then we'll probably get into a topic, like more deep into one topic, and then we'll probably stay there. And the topics are going to be deep and raw, so that's something you need to be ready to share. Are you ready for that?
Of course. Let's go.
Let's go, okay. So then the first thing, just a general question. So, what does life mean to you? And I'll just give you the mic, and you'll explain it in a couple of seconds. And most of these questions I will ask you are questions that I ask myself. So, what is life for you?
That's an extremely deep question. It depends on how you want the definition to have. I would define life, or like the sense of the reason of the life, as something as a little more on the religious perspective. If I
think it's fine.
Okay, it should.
It works.
Okay, a little more with the religious aspect of life, more on the side of we all were born with a purpose, and you need to try to first of all find your purpose, follow the purpose, and leave something behind. That's like the main part I would see in a human's life. I do see a big difference in regards to animal life and plant life, because they don't have or at least we are not aware of any intellectual level and deep understanding in creating more deeper expressions. And
so you're talking about the plants and animals.
Especially, plants and animal. I believe there is a difference between human and animal. And so for human life, you need to really, the first step, it sometimes takes 20 years, 30 years, you need to find a purpose. And it doesn't matter what the purpose is. It can be, I just want to... it is a purpose, There is this... What's she called? This Bonnie Blue, or what is her name? Yeah. It's this girl...
Do you really think that is her purpose in life, like doing porn? Or do you think she just does it for money?
You need to find your purpose. And if the purpose is money, it doesn't matter. You need to first of all find a purpose, follow the purpose. Yeah, of course.
How do you know that the purpose you chose to follow in life is the right purpose for you? That's something that I think a lot of people struggle with.
You don't. You don't. That's the game. That's the game. You try to find it. You follow it. And you leave something behind. And you try to max out all the stats. You need to find a purpose you strongly believe in, and that's the right purpose. Maybe it is not, but in the end, I hope it is. You can't really tell. It's just the goal. The goal is not always something that you are able to achieve. So you find it, and then you follow it. That's probably the hardest step, because you have to sometimes be disciplined, sometimes you have enough motivation.
Quick questions. What are your purposes right now in your life? Like the things you follow?
I don't really believe that I've already found my deep purpose, because I believe it takes a lot of time.
Maybe say how old you are for the...
I'm currently 18 years old, and I believe some people might find their purpose with 18, but I don't believe that that's the case with 90% of people. I believe most people find it between 20 and 30 years old.
40 or 30?
20 and 30 years old.
Yeah.
And then you have the rest of your life to follow the purpose and and try to leave something behind.
Okay, yeah, that's really...
For most people, it's the more traditional way of leaving kids and teaching the kids that you've learned, maybe being in the army and teaching the discipline that you've learned in the army to your kids, maybe coaching other people. If you're in a sport, maybe your purpose is to develop the sport further. You can really, it doesn't matter. You just need to find your purpose, follow it, and then leave it behind and leave it as big behind as possible.
So in your eyes, the meaning of life is just to find your purpose, follow it, and then leave something behind. Those 3 simple steps.
Yes.
Okay. So I already asked the first question. So how do you know what is your right person? And your answer was, we don't know. And the next question would be, if you follow your purpose, how can you deal with the struggles of following it, like the discipline, lack of motivation, and how do you deal with those problems?
So that's if you look at it in a very simple way, if you encounter so many stones on your way to following the purpose or your dream that you have, that it's so hard, even almost impossible, then it might not be the right way. But there are a lot of things that you believe are extremely difficult. Maybe the lack of motivation, the lack of discipline. But most of the time there is a very simple fix to all of these things, and you need to figure out what the reason is causing all of the lack of motivation, lack of discipline, lack of maybe lack of energy. Maybe it's lack of...
Could you bring in some examples, maybe from your life too, so we can imagine it better?
One of the best example is this device right here. It's a phone, and we all get, or most of us get, very easily addicted to it, especially through social media, especially all of these platforms. And that's, I believe, something everyone struggles with. I'm not aware of a single person not struggling with social media addiction.
Even yourself?
Of course I'm struggling with...
And how do you deal with it? How you can hold the mic, it's fine.
Can
how
you
do you deal
okay.
with it, and how did you manage to improve it? Like remove the bad habit?
It's currently the thing I'm working on the most,
Yeah.
when it comes to what stone is in my way to follow my current goal.
Yeah.
And I'm trying apps. There are multiple.
Say names.
I need to take a look. One of my favorite apps is, let me take a look. The name, of course, isn't.
So maybe
doesn't show.
they can download the app too or something.
Focus, something like that. Yeah. Maybe if you're able, put it somewhere in the description, or yeah. It's an amazing app because it's free, and my favorite thing is you can set a QR code or an NFC tag. It doesn't matter. It can be your work NFC chip. I believe maybe credit cards would also work because there's also an NFC chip inside. I'm not sure about this one, but you can lock your social media apps and make the lock in a way that you can only access them if you disable it with the physical act of scanning the QR code or scanning the NFC code.
It's just like you push a button and
Yeah, it's not like standard iOS app lock where you just app focus where you just click OK, ignore, and then you're inside. And also like most other apps where you just have to disable it, enable it. It's really simple to disable and enable, and everyone falls into the social media addiction again. So you need something physical to stand up, walk over there, scan it, and it's a bigger step. It's more difficult. And when you stand up, start moving, most of the time you think about it and then think maybe I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. You can try this. Or also there are other apps where you can put in some game in between that you have to, for example, solve I also have a different one that I was trying. I'm not sure if I still have it installed, but you can, for example, solve math problems to access an app and things like that. And
that's a really nice way to boost productivity.
You can see it in that way, but I believe it's just the extra step. It's not just one click and scrolling, but you have to do something, think about it, and activate your brain, and hopefully your brain also activates the part of neurons that tell you, okay, no, maybe stop. It's probably not the right thing to do. So yeah, that's how I work with it. But I'm still not perfect with social media addiction. Thinking back, I never really struggled with social media addiction. It just came up like couple years ago, even at school. I believe you remember. Even at school, I always was the guy. No, don't scroll. It's not good. And I myself never scrolled. But somehow I also got
the Matrix got
the Matrix got me. So we need to maybe just put it away. Go for a weekend and just lock it. Don't need to take a week, because at work sometimes you need the phone, sometimes yes, but especially in Switzerland, I mean, you have the public transportation system, and you can do it without a phone. You can get a card, and you can look at those road maps, when the trains go and where the trains go, and you can go anywhere, and you don't need your phone to look at it. Yeah, it's very easy.
Okay, so that was a really nice view into how to break that habit potentially. So I need to come up with a new question now. No. So now we talked about phone addictions, and I think, or from my view, or from my point of perspective, you can really get caught up in those addictions, and they can really worsen your productivity, like, by a lot. Also, myself, I try to break that cycle. I don't use any apps. I just don't try to use them, and I reduced my time, I think, from 30 hours per week from 1 year ago to now 3 hours per week. That's really good, and I'm really proud of it.
I see you're never online.
No.
I always, when I send you a WhatsApp, it takes
long.
Undelivered.
Yeah, because I always have my flight mode in. And that actually brings me to my next question. So it's a different kind of question, but do you think that EMF, like the electromagnetic fields that come from all the electric devices, have an impact on our health?
I don't think that. I know it. I've talked to a few doctors about it, and I've read a couple of books about it.
Mm-hmm. Which books? If you can
I believe I have it photographed, but it's called. But I would have to look through all my.
We'll put them in the description too.
Yeah, maybe, but it's somewhere a little more in the back of my gallery. Yeah, I have so many screenshots. I found it. Yes.
Oh, really?
It's this one. I hope you can see it.
Wait,
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description.
Yes,
too.
it's not as well visible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't matter. It's called EMF, elektromagnetische Felder. Sorry, it's in German. It's from Dr. Joseph Marcola.
Okay.
Not sure if I.
It sounds so.
Yeah,
old.
it's and so what I found out is very simple. Our bodies, we have a lot of frequencies in us.
Yes.
We have electric frequencies, we have nerve it's all frequency.
Yeah, everything.
And there's this a very simple experiment that you can do. You know those Tibetic cups that they use for meditation, that you can how do you
Just
call it?
the-
Yeah.
The meditation things where you can dong.
Yes, exactly. And the funny thing is, when you put two next to each other, and you strike one of those, the other one also starts to swing. Yes. So you see that frequency, everything has this frequency, and everything is able to act
Also
on each other. Yeah.
Frequencies and I forgot.
Yeah.
The word.
But yeah, it's everything. So when you every day, all the time, are surrounded by multiple frequency and waves that have never been, or for a very long time, never have had any interactions with us, and now out of nothing you have these artificial frequencies that our body has never really used to deal with.
Or also, didn't have
Yes.
time to adapt to.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it makes some changes to our body. It just makes sense. The
Do you
question,
think that it has a negative effect on our health and well-being in the mind?
so it's nothing that, how to say it? You can't. Okay, it cannot have a positive effect on you. We know that
Yeah.
because it's something we
Yeah.
never had. So the obvious conclusion is, it's not positive. It has to be negative. The question is, how negative is it?
Yeah.
Now we can debate on that. I'm not sure about how strong it is. I just know it. If you always have your phone and your AirPods in your pants, it can decrease fertility rate, and there are studies on that.
Yeah.
If you have it a lot, but also it goes down by a little bit, but not for everyone.
But
It's
not only talking about fertility rates. Do you think that because of all those devices that are
Mhm.
in our everyday life today, that people are getting more messed up in their heads too?
yes, I do.
So you think all those? Let's just not only talk about the
Mhm.
frequencies, also about the impact that those devices have on you. Do you think that people?
But you're talking about EMF. EMF is a frequency that's
No, not just EMF now, just
Mhm.
also devices in general, like the scrolling, the WhatsApp, always
Mhm.
trying to be available,
Yeah.
everything. That everything like makes you more stressed or less human.
yes. You're always you're never focused on a simple task.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure if
I
you.
actually talked about
Mhm.
this in one of my podcasts.
Okay.
It's like doing one thing at a
Mhm.
time, and I think that's something a lot
Yes,
of people
yes.
forget.
hmm
Because nowadays, with all the new technologies we have, we try to be as productive as we can. But sometimes, or actually I think most of the times, only doing one thing and really focusing on that one thing is the most productive thing you can do. And that's something that I think that has been forgotten in our world because of all the new technologies and everything. Do you agree?
Of course, I agree. There's this MMA fighter, Jiří Procházka.
Yeah.
He's also Czech, and I love this guy. He's obsessed with the book of Five Rings from Miyamoto Masashi, something like that. And
Japanese.
yeah, he's very obsessed with this book all the time,
Yeah.
and he lives somewhere in the woods, and he has this brilliant mentality of slowing down, doing one thing at a time. He's a great UFC fighter. He's amazing, and also when you look at how he talks, you really feel it, because he thinks about every single word he says. He gives the words the right tonality, and you know that he had a lot of time to think about lot of things. So everything he answers, any question you ask him and he answers, he already asked himself the question before and he knows what to answer, and he has the certainty and the stability in his beliefs. And that's something you cannot achieve when you're never in a state of thinking and of slowing down. Because when you always have those inputs, you lack the time and the energy to really take the informations you gathered throughout the day or throughout your life and work through them and then deeply process all of these informations.
And you make them your own.
Yeah. Because you lack the most important part.
That's really true.
It's as if you just would throw things at your computer and hope that something amazing comes out of it. But when you don't let it process, you don't get anything good out of it.
Yeah.
So you need the time to process.
Yeah, that's a bit.
And you can't process with multitasking all the time.
Yeah.
I'm lacking that. I'm lacking that a lot because I'm always multitasking, working, and my day is completely full.
Are you also trying to stop doing this multitasking all the time?
Not really. I know it would be the right thing to do, but I like to keep my calendar full.
Yeah, but it's not about. I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe I don't want to give you a tip or something, but you said you like to keep your calendar full. But I think when you make up the schedule for the week, you put one thing at a time in your calendar, right? Or okay.
My calendar is full.
So you have double things sometimes, like working out and I don't know, phone call.
Okay, when it's regarding work, of course I have a meeting and working things next to it, and sometimes multitasking. What I don't do, I don't split tasks that really are not from the same subject. I keep tasks in the same subject together. So I have work, I have sport, of course. When I'm working out, I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
And then I have things I do at home. At home, I can multitask. I can cook and I can listen to a podcast. I can be on a call. Yeah, it's multitasking. It's not what we've been talking about previously, going to your own thoughts and just doing.
Yeah.
And this kind of meditational state. I never really do that because I always have so many things to do.
Yeah.
And I had to do the sacrifice that I just in sport I have a lot of these meditational kind of progresses where I just do something.
So for you, sport is like also a kind of meditation.
It is absolutely meditation.
That's why I do so much.
Yeah. It's the best meditation because you're.
If you don't do sports, you're dumb.
You're either disabled and that's okay,
Okay, true.
or you're also disabled but in a not so positive way. It's as simple as that.
Okay. I have a next question in mind. So, what would you? So, I think a lot of people that listen to my podcast or that will listen to my podcast want to achieve something in their life and be successful. And what do you think leads to success in life? So, what is needed, or do you think that people that are meant to be successful just are born successful?
Love what you do and do what you love.
Just simple as that.
Yeah. If you don't love what you do, don't do it. And you will achieve a lot. First of all, you need something to do. So if you have nothing to do, it doesn't matter, do something you hate. But when you do something, love it. And even if it's something you don't like, just love it. Think about, okay, no, I love this thing. I love doing dishes. And you will be successful all the time, because if you love what you do and you do what you love,
so success
you won.
is more about enjoying the small wins. When I hear you talking about it.
Yeah, just enjoy what you do and do what you enjoy. If you don't enjoy what you do,
Yeah.
when you have to do something and you don't enjoy it,
Mhm.
just doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right. You will connect a lot of negative feelings, and you will fill your day with negative emotions.
Yeah. And then
Something-
next time you do it, you connotate
It doesn't really.
with
You just fill the whole day with negative things,
Yeah, true.
and it's not so difficult to switch from I have to do the dishes to I'm doing the dishes. Yeah, it's not hard. I just have to take plates from the washing machine, from dishwasher, and yeah, it's the mindset. You just have to just love it. And when you're deciding on what I'm going to do today, do the things you already love. When you love hiking, go hiking. When you love hanging out with your friends, go hang out with your friends. When you love, I don't know.
What when you love to drink and party?
The question is, do you really love it?
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure there might be times where you love it and where it's a good thing to do.
I mean, partying can be nice if
Mhm.
you really socialize with people there.
Yeah, of
And
course.
have
I
fun.
mean, in the
But
end,
if
it's
you use it as an escape, I think then it becomes
you need
problematic.
to always figure out, do I love it, or and you can't figure it out when you don't have the time to process,
Mhm.
as we've already discussed. So you need to do something, and when you're not sure if it's the right thing, when it's not something that you have to do anyways, like washing dishes, there's no excuse for that. But when it's things like your free time and maybe a relationship or maybe drugs, or I'm not sure, it's also, I'm not telling you not to do it, but sit down, think about it. Is it the right thing to do? Would I do it if my kids would be watching me? Would I do it if I knew God was behind me and watching me if you're religious? Or, yes, is it the right thing to do, and do you really love it? Some people, it maybe is the right thing to go party all day, but there is a different meaning behind it. Maybe you're just so unsocial and you need 2 beers, and then your sociality goes to infinity, and you need to connect with people, because otherwise you would be at home all day long.
Yeah, true.
So
Do you
for those people,
Wait, can I say something? Do you think then that those people that need beers to be social should not learn how to be social without the beer, or at least try? Because I think being unsocial when being sober, I think socializing is a skill and you can learn it to a certain level. I believe that there are some people that are just naturally more social, but there are people that are unsocial and they can learn it to a certain level. Do you think that should be a thing that people like that need beers to socialize should chase?
so what alcohol, for example, does to your brain, it blocks the receptors for
Just blocks receptors.
yeah, it just blocks the overthinking process.
Yeah.
You just do things.
Yeah.
It basically makes you dumber. Yes.
Alcohol for that?
Yeah. It makes you dumber. So if you're already dumb, then you don't have a problem. If you don't have receptors, it's.
What do you do?
But yeah.
Are you also naturally dumb?
No, I'm sadly not naturally dumb. But what I've personally found was I was drinking for quite some time, a lot. But I figure out when I'm drinking a lot, I became extremely social, and I was a social magnet, and a lot of I learned a lot of social skills, and then you connect the social skills and this change in behavior with not alcohol, but with the circumstances.
So the things you learned while being infused with alcohol.
One second.
Also
No. It's when you then go partying with, before you needed 4 beers, and now you just had half a beer and you're already there. You just clicked in your social, because that's the thing you learn to do. So now you can think, oh, wait a second. I no longer really need a lot of alcohol to be social. I just have to snap. So just try to go without alcohol. Now you're still social. And now I figured out people don't recognize the difference with me when I'm drunk or when I'm not drunk. So I've now achieved the skill of socializing and the benefits that alcohol give me without alcohol. Okay, why should I be drinking now? And I drank my last beer a couple months ago.
You know when I drank my last beer?
Never, probably.
Let me think. I think 1984.
Yeah, of course.
No, actually, I sipped on some beer a few months ago to try it at home.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
No, I love it. I love the taste.
No.
So I will probably... I'm currently just on this full health track where I'm fully healthy, so I already also deleted alcohol and everything. I'm 100% currently. But I believe when in maybe half a year, and maybe a year, I will go to this casual beer. Because I love beer, I love wine. And it does, and I don't see anything too negative. When I look at it, it's a treat. Yeah, why not? Enjoy your life a little bit.
So you will consume it as a treat.
Yeah, but I won't get drunk to the level where I
Throw up.
Yeah. First of all, that I'm very glad that I never had the level where I lost consciousness or didn't know where I was. It was more of it was the state where you know the state when you're asleep.
I've drinking so much, yeah, I know it.
No, when you're sleeping, and you're someone maybe pushes you, and you're in this I'm asleep, but I know what I do.
Yeah.
In this conscious sleeping, I'm maybe walking around, but I'm still asleep. So you if someone would throw a punch at you, you wouldn't have any idea. But you know where you are, you know who's standing next to you, you know what's talking about, you can answer questions, no problem. So you don't lose consciousness or lose information, but and that's something I don't want to do again. It happened once, twice, and I'm glad it's over.
So bad experience.
Yeah, it's an experience I'm glad I have. And I'm glad I'm happy to share it, but I'm not willing to do it again.
So I think we'll do one or two more questions, and then we'll end it. So the next question is, what do you think is essential for happiness for a person, for a human?
So what makes your life happy? Your life, yes.
What do you just need to feel fulfilled and happy?
Happy wife, happy life, first of all. So keep everyone in your family happy, your parents, your wife, your family.
So family?
Yeah. I'm especially now talking to men, because they need this level of certain control and be aware or just be there to make other people happy.
Yeah.
Something that makes you happy.
Yeah, true.
And now what makes life happy is achieving goals. When you achieve things and when you have things that feed your ego. When you have things that feed your inner something, your inner ego, your inner fire, when you have something to feed it, it grows and it gives you the energy to live. And what people get stuck in is when this fire isn't as big as it was, but it shrinkens. And if it shrinks, you lose energy. So now it's difficult. Now you need to do hard things to push this fire, to throw in a couple more, maybe even pour alcohol in it and maybe just in the fire and not in your entire body, but you know what I'm talking about. You need to spark it up and make the fire stronger again. And so do hard things, do things you're proud of, do things you...
So name 3 things, 3 words. And one would be take your time to think.
It's not the part of... You can be happy without thinking.
Yeah. So monk life.
You're just asking me about what makes you happy in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the simple question is, do things you're proud of.
So you would only say one thing.
To be happy, do things that make you proud.
Okay.
And if you're proud, you're happy. You know those soldiers that have came from war, their friends died, but they're proud of what they done, and they're happy. Maybe they lost a leg, but when you're really proud of what you've done, when the ego is strong, then you're happy. It doesn't matter. You can be somewhere stuck on an island alone and have nothing to eat, but when you
Kill the shark.
when you made a fire and you have nothing else, and when you made a fire, it's an achievement. Be happy about it. Yeah, and you will be happy. Just look at the things that feed your ego. Then you catch a fish and you yay, I caught something. I'm alive for another day. Yeah, it's simple. It's not that difficult.
So let's move on to the last question. So we're both still little babies. We're 17 and 18, so pretty young still, and we still have a lot ahead of us. But we also now lived a certain amount of time, and we spend a certain amount of time on this earth. And I want to know from you, what were your biggest struggles that you faced, and how did you overcome them? And I could also share mine if you want later, or I could start too.
So probably the biggest struggle I had was...
Start like with how you call it, like time, like 5 years old, 10 years old, so from 0 to now.
0 to 5 I have no idea.
Yeah.
5 to 10 I wasn't struggling a lot.
You weren't.
I wasn't struggling a lot.
You were a happy child.
I was a very happy child.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with technology, with everything that made something. I was so interested in the universe, in
Yeah, me too.
just obsessed with all of this. Also, a lot came from my grandparents and my parents, because they were pretty obsessed with technology and things like that, especially my grandfather. So yeah, I had these my focus was on, I want to be an inventor, I want to be like Nikola Tesla. That was me. I was full in IT space later on, between 10 and 13, 14, 15, maybe something like that. Full, just reading books that were about JavaScript. Yeah. Python, book like this. All read it, read every single word.
You still can program.
I still can code. I can do databases. I can do anything. I now also have deeper understanding in AI technology. I know a lot of things when it's regarding to technology. So yeah, and now the struggle, probably my biggest struggle was, first of all, I believe it started with 11, 12, when it came to socializing. That was maybe my biggest struggle, because I had a lot of influence from a lot of...
From the outside.
Yeah, a little bit. I was more on this extreme health.
Mm-hmm.
that not for everyone was normal in standard social environment. So I was walking barefoot because it's healthy. I grew out my hair. It was a little more on the.
So you were like a health guru.
I was the absolute health guru, without, and that was the funny thing, without enough information to really be a guru. I just was the health. I just did what was, because I know walking barefoot is healthy, but you don't have to do it in school. Don't need to show up barefoot, and with hair that is, just.
So you got judged a lot of.
I got judged. I not really judged. It just wasn't as socialized because not a lot of people. I was the weird guy, so I wasn't judged. I never was really how do you call it? Gemobbed, bullied. Yes, I never was really bullied. It just was like a casual thing of he's just a little weird. And then came probably the.
How did you feel during those phases? Like
I felt okay because I was reading a lot of books. I didn't really care about. I wouldn't be walking barefoot and always wearing green T-shirts and green pants. Everything was green, and I wouldn't be doing that if it would have really made me upset.
Yeah.
It was something I felt completely fine with, so it was okay. And but then the biggest struggle I had was later on. It was maybe like 15, 14, maybe around that time, when I started to get... It was, I know the year, it was 2020, and it happened after summer. And I got so terrible acne. You know that?
Yeah.
I had... I can share some pictures just for.
It just looked like he got stung by bees all over his face.
Yeah, worse than that.
By extreme
For
bees.
just do a.
Just if you're sensitive.
If you're sensitive to anything, don't look at it.
And
disclaimer, whatever.
If
Yeah.
you're looking at audio, if you're hearing it from audio, just wait.
Yeah, just yeah. So I'm going to share which one. I'm going to share this one. Can you see that? Yeah. This was how I looked like. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's able to focus. But you can see it.
Bad.
It's bad. And walking around like this to school and at public transportation and
also
having
the masks that probably made it worse.
Yeah, of course, because that's biggest reason, because when you have acne and you put something over it, then it's really the inflammation achieves things you don't want to achieve. Yeah. So and the biggest struggle about it wasn't really other people. The biggest struggle was.
So you never really cared about others' opinions, or
I never really cared about. But the thing that really got me was that small kids were afraid of me. And when you walk into public transportation and kids are afraid of you, when you walk around and kids are. You feel it, and that was something I had to overcome, and so
now you look great.
Now I look fantastic. I still have a little scars, but we're working on it with a few doctors, doing some needling and things like that to smoothen it out. I just have next week another session of needling. Will look like I came from holiday all sunburned, and it looks like a sunburn. It looks as if I got the sunburn. Yeah. So because they have it's small needles, and they really go 2 millimeters, 4 millimeters deep into your skin, and just open everything up so it can close all together again smoothly.
I believe it's to boost collagen production, right?
You can see it in a very simple way so everyone understands it. When you have a surface that's grown like this together, okay? It's just it's just not smoothly grown together, okay? Because if you always happen something, then it just doesn't really smooth out. So now, how do you fix it? 2 ways. Either now it's like this, you cut it and then it's smooth. Okay. Or the other thing is, you can open it up again and let it all grow nice together again. And that's the thing we are doing. Everything that's grown together, you open it up and then you let it all grow beautifully together.
So you look like a baby again.
I will be the next model
Next
for
Brian Johnson.
next top model. I will go to Germany's next top model next year, Modeling, but it's now great. I look like a baby. Yeah, still sometimes I wake up with a pimple somewhere, but it's pretty good now. Yes.
That was the kids that made you feel
Yeah.
really bad.
It felt terrible.
Yeah.
Just imagine a small child running away from you, and
Did
you.
they really run away?
They ran away. They started crying. They started hiding from me. Really, it was. There's just.
Did you ever felt like a monster?
Yeah. When you put a terrible Halloween mask on you,
Yeah.
and small kids get afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this look realistic. It's not just a mask, and the kids know it.
Did that ever got really into your mental health?
Yeah. I believe a strong part that was pushing all of it was the mental health. Because mental health always has a big effect on you.
Yeah.
And if you do everything right and you don't have the right mental health, it maybe never heals.
And how did you get out of it? What did you do?
First of all, I tried a lot of medication. I had the highest dose of Tretinoc. I had like 80 milligrams or something like that. I'm not sure. Standard is 40, 20, something like 40 is a high dose.
You went to the hospital multiple
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks at once. Just they were pumping medications and things like that into my body. Yeah, straight to the IV. I had IVs plugged to me, and yeah, it was pretty terrible for 2 weeks straight at once. Also, yeah, now the medications didn't work. Tretinoc, I had one of the highest doses, didn't work. All of the other medications didn't work.
No.
Really, I had the side effects, but not the benefits. It was terrible. Worst case. Everything was, first of all, Tretinoc is a very high dosage of something that acts like vitamin A.
Mm-hmm.
So it's toxic in this big amount.
Yeah.
And so it goes to your liver. You are not allowed to have children for long time after you took Tretinoc.
I thought a second you're not allowed to eat children. I was like,
You're not allowed to have children.
yeah, but that's not a problem for you. I think.
Currently with it's not the plan, it's not the plan.
Yeah.
So yeah, that wasn't.
So it's bad.
It's bad, yeah. Because if I had to have children in the time that I took Tretinoc, and also I believe this year I'm still not allowed to have children.
But you're a man. You're talking like you're a girl.
I'm just saying, yeah, because they would be you would see it in the children, because they would almost 100% get some negative, yeah.
They wouldn't be healthy.
No, they wouldn't be healthy. It's almost 100% when you're on a high dosage of Tretinoc and things like that. And also you have to check your liver all the time because it's toxic. Your skin gets so dry. Your lips start to burst out all the time. It's not so cool.
But that's better now, right?
I stopped taking the medications. I completely stopped it a year ago almost. Over a year ago, I completely stopped taking medications. It didn't help. I took it for over a year. It never helped. Just I had the negative effects, and not the. It was the right choice, and I figured it out myself that biggest impact is what I eat. When I eat some sugary things, I instantly noticed it, and it was like instant. I eat some chocolate, and I feel things tingling my face. I feel it. I can eat it, and it's like 5 seconds, and I feel it.
You said sugar. Does that also apply to like fruits, or is it the thing?
So
is it sugar mixed with fats?
we can check. We can go deeper in if fruits are sugar, and a few sentences later. But yeah. So I figured out that what I eat has the biggest impact. But my doctor, the current doctor I had, always told me, no, it has nothing to do with what you eat.
Yeah.
So I figured out he's talking absolute bullshit. And if I eat something, and the next day it's worse, and if I don't eat it, it's better, it means there is an effect.
Yeah, true.
It's just you drop a ball, it falls to the ground. Gravity, yeah. So and the doctor tells you no such thing as gravity. I'm like, bullshit. So I was changing doctors back and forward, a few good ones, a few bad ones. Now I found a really good doctor. And so the doctor told me, the one I found now, the exact things I already knew. Exactly, okay, I need to eat animal products because that's something I don't feel anything. I don't need carbohydrates because it's something I do feel. I don't need sugar because it's something I do feel. I don't need anything processed because I feel it. And the thing he told me that I wasn't aware of, that I didn't figure out, was fruits. Because fruits are so modified now. Yeah. Not modified always in the laboratory, but just they were grew. It's not GMO. GMO is when I would take a seed and modify it and do some experiments with it, and then I have a pineapple out of it. That is genetic modification. It's most of the time not always in this high level, but it's sugary. When you eat an original apple, it's small like this, and it's it's crossbreeding the plants. It's crossbreeding the plants, and so it's not really the healthiest thing to eat. If you don't have any health problems, eat it, no problem. But if you have health problems with your face, with your gut, try to avoid it. 100% avoid carbohydrates.
So like bananas, or
bananas are fruits.
Yeah.
Or what you're.
You said try to avoid sugar, so.
Fruit, sugar, yeah.
Because I believe that berries and
stuff like that. I was talking to my doctor about it, and berries, blueberries especially, they are great. Yeah. They are amazing. You can eat all berries. My current diet is the following. I eat it's berries. You can eat berries. And now all of things like gemüse. Vegetables, yeah, it's those niche words I never use. Vegetables, what's that?
Do you eat vegetables?
I do eat vegetables, but I don't believe that you need them. It's something that doesn't hurt you enough, because they also were crossbred to minimize toxins, which doesn't mean that they don't have toxins, but it's just minimal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they have to have toxins. They are not made to eat.
Yeah, true.
It's the difference with fruits. When you have a fruit, the fruit is the plant wants you to eat it. An apple, the tree wants you to eat the apple and to drop the seeds. It wants you to do that, so it's made to eat. But vegetables, they don't have as high of a dosage, but it's a normal plant. It doesn't want to be eaten because it doesn't have any benefits from it, so it develops toxins every plant has. The question is just how high is the toxicity?
So vitamin A is also like a toxin?
Vitamin A is something that's most in liver. Yeah. It's great, but you can overdose on it a lot. Toxic. It's toxic in a high dose. But liver is great. Yeah. Vitamin A is great. It's something you but one of the, for example, polar bear liver is so high in vitamin A that you will die from eating it.
Really?
polar bear liver, yes. It's so high from vitamin A, you will die when you eat it. It's one of the only toxic meats from which you will die. So yeah, you can eat vegetables if you feel the desire of eating them. You can eat berries, great, tastes amazing. And now you can eat anything that comes from animals, anything. You can eat natural honey. When it's good honey, you can eat honey. You can eat, if it's really good honey. You know, someone you know that probably not Pig's Guarantee, but some honey from the farmer's market, amazing. You can eat as much honey as you want. If it's good honey, you can eat as much as you want. Now you can eat as much anything that comes from animals. Meat, eggs, milk if it's not too processed.
Butter.
What?
Butter.
Yes.
Just animal-based
Yeah.
products, I guess.
What I also just high fat things maybe. What I also like is coconut fat.
Yeah.
Not sure what's the right name of
I
it.
think it's coconut oil.
Something like that. I'm not
So
really
to
aware.
cook or-
It's this hard thing. Also, you can use it to cook, but yeah, I just scoop it like this because I enjoy it. I did a lot of yogurt, like pure yogurt.
So now you could say like you're a health guru.
Now I'm a health guru.
So
Now I know
you
everything.
know about it.
Now I know about it. I also found out how to get raw milk products, which I had amazing benefits from it, because when you process milk, which is by heating it up, you turn certain molecules in it to a stronger level of lactose. So basically sugar. So you make out of milk sugary water with the taste of milk, and it's especially the more you heat it, the more sugar it has. So a lot of people have lactose intolerance and things like that. But if you drink raw milk, you should not feel any negative effects. In Switzerland, you can't commercially sell it to be eaten. Yeah. So you need to find. You can buy it. Now is the loophole. You can buy it, you can sell it, but you need to tell the people that they have to warm it up and pasteurize it themselves, or it is to create, for example, yogurt, because you cannot process the milk into pasteurized milk into yogurt. You need to have raw milk. So how would these yogurt companies buy milk to turn it into yogurt so you are allowed to sell raw milk, but just when you regard it in a different way. So you can go to a farmer and ask him, hey, I want to make some yogurt and can I get some raw milk?
How did we end up in this topic? We were talking about your struggles. So let's continue.
That's my biggest struggle. I was trying to figure out how to get raw milk, and now I finally found it. I'm happy.
So you said now 14, 15, and I think the next thing is now. How do you feel now?
Great.
Great. So you just love what you do. Say your quote.
I love what I do, and I do what I love.
So we'll just end it on this quote because it's a nice quote. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye.